Give us a wave, Ash. Let's do this. So it's just past 7:30 in the morning on Saturday and we've started the hike. So if you don't know already, we're in Nightcap National Park doing the 18 to 19 kilometre historic Nightcap. I almost slipped already. Let's try that again. The historic Nightcap National Park Trail from Mount Nardi picnic area to Rummery Park campground near Minion Falls. And it's an overnight hike, so we're doing a day and a half it should be. We're really excited. I've got my fundraising page set up. It's still open for another week on mycause.com if anyone wants to donate. And it should be really great. I'm doing this for a really good cause, which is the Lions Medical Research Foundation Personality Quest, which is raising money for medical research. And I've got my lovely support woman. This is Ashley. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi. She has volunteered to come along with me, so I'm not alone. Because alone in the wilderness is probably not a good idea. But yeah, so we've only just started, but we're feeling good. The weather's great, and let's do this. Gorgeous is this? So cool. We're gonna have a lot of fun in here. How pretty is that? We're in a very pretty part of the world. We're lucky to live around here. We've done 4K! Yay! And it's only, let me check what time it is. It's 9:06, so we've been hiking for an hour and 35 minutes. And yeah, that's right. Because we started at 7:30, so an hour and 35 minutes and we've done 4K.
Oh, that's pretty decent.
Sweet! Yes! So I just stepped on a piece of ground. It wasn't ground, it was mud. Like a lot of mud. Like my foot almost sank in the entire way. That was brilliant. That was lovely. my foot feels so cold now. I'm probably further up actually. We did see another. Is that a railway line? So we haven't seen a trail marker in a little while. I can't quite remember how long, but we're a bit worried because there was this like V, and we took the left because it looked more like a trail. But we haven't seen a trail marker in a while, so we have looked at our map and we believe we're on the right way, but we've seen trail markers quite intermittently. Like, I don't know, at first we thought they were 1 kilometre, but then it was, at one point they were a bit too close to be 1 kilometre, maybe 500 metres, I don't know, but we haven't seen one in a while and we're like, are we on a trail right now? It looks like a trail. Yay! We found one. We're on the right way. We were right. That just calmed our fears. We thought we were right, but like we hadn't seen one, so we were like, anyway, we're good now.
We're good.
Yeah. How fun does that look?
So fun.
We've come our way up, climbing through stuff. This is crazy. Ooh. Ah! Oh, mate. Oh, spiderweb. It's a constant thing. Are you okay?
Yep.
Okay, so we think we've figured out where exactly we are right now. So we started here at Mount Nardi. Thanks, Ash. And we definitely have come down to there. That was where we had our first rest. And we've walked up. We think we've passed all these rocks here. And over here, we're on a very steep section which is zigzagging. And if you can see, that looks like zigzags up to a mountain. And that's where we believe we are. So it's only what time? 10:30, something like that?
11.
It's 11 o'clock. And we've got to go, if that is where we are, we're here. We have to go do 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 do. So we think we may be able to do that all today, but we've set out with a whole 2 days, or a day and a half we've allowed for. But if we make it to the campground tonight, that'd be great, because that's going to be a better place to camp than somewhere along the trail, which, as you can see, the trail's quite dense. Might be hard to find a flat, comfortable surface to sleep on. But if we get to the campground, that means we can just chill out. So, it'd be cool if we can finish the entire thing in one day. Probably won't. Might. We might.
We can do it.
We can do it?
We can do it.
We can do it.
Oh, no.
We were right about our calculations on the map. We've just arrived at this thing here, which before we were just down at those zigzags, which we thought we were, and we were going to end up at that soon. And we've gotten there. And we were also just saying, like, this has now turned into much more like Australian bushland, whereas when we started it, it was like really kind of subtropic rainforest when we started at the beginning at Mount Nardi. And it just goes to show how varied and beautiful the Australian like landscape is. We're in a really gorgeous spot. Like, this is probably the best spot to go hiking around here. If you're in for a long hike, not like a short day hike. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, so we've just realised we can see over to Mount Warning on one side, over there. And over the other side, if we turn around, we're pretty sure that's the ocean over there. How cool is that? Australia. Yeah. Yeah. It's really cool. Wow! Look. Oh, I just scared a bird. Oh no. Sorry, birdie. Okay. Look how far we've come, alright? It's what? 1:45?
Yeah.
About 1:45. We've come all the way from there, all around, 10 to 1, and we're here. So we've come to the end of Nightcap National Park, and we're now passing into Wine State Forest. So we will pass through, around, and then we hop back on a trail. I think this is all a road, and then we get back on the trail and we end up at Rummery Park over here. So I feel, without knowing the kilometres, because there's no kilometre markers, I reckon we're more than halfway.
Yeah,
because like, look at all that.
Nightcap track was 7 kilometres.
You reckon 10?
I reckon.
I reckon more.
Actually, I think it might be even 11 or 12. Because
Yeah.
it was 3.5, but it was actually 4.5.
It was 4.5 and then plus 7, so that's 11.5.
Yeah, so we've done about 12.
We've done almost 12 out of the 18/19, because from the point where we were dropped off, we actually had an extra 700 metres. That's why the sign said 19 when I've always been saying 18. The trail itself is actually 18. But yeah, so I reckon, yeah, we've done almost 12. So I reckon in the rest of today we're going to make it to Rummery Park Campground in the first day, which will be great, because then half a day tomorrow we can just relax. Yeah, and smash it in one day. I didn't plan to smash it in one day, but hey, awesome,
But
cool.
then
Might I just say, damn leeches. Yeah. Ashley's been bleeding all morning, and now I've just discovered that I flicked one off earlier. Didn't think it had done much, but apparently it did. Yeah, and I'm very, very dirty because the trail has been. I didn't actually film the last kind of 2 hours maybe.
Yeah,
I probably got dirt all over my face too. It was very, very rough terrain, a very steep incline at some places, and then a very prolonged incline at other places. I was really struggling. Like, I'll just say that I was really struggling, and because it was so, like there were parts where there was trees and bushes over the trail, so we had to like climb around, and it was just, it was easier not to have my camera out. Even though it's only a little GoPro, I needed both hands free. And also when I'm struggling, I really didn't look attractive. So
Lies.
shut your
Lies.
mouth. But yeah, so it is a tough, like Ashley's the protector of sandwiches. They're very squished.
You can tell I protected it.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't video that part, but yeah, I understand why this trail is a grade 4 and classified as hard, because it is hard. Really hard. We're now on like a road section of the trail, so it's a lot better. We can actually walk side by side now, which is wonderful. Before we were walking in a straight line, one by one line, you know what
Like
I mean?
ants.
Like a little like ants, yeah. But yeah, so we're now in Wine State Conservation Area, or State Forest, whatever you want to call it. And this road will lead us, this is still part of the historic Nightcap National Park trail, but yeah, it's another section that's actually a section of like a 4-wheel drive road, but it's closed, it's like not really used, but yeah. Anyway.
You can see why.
Yeah, you can definitely see why it's not, yeah. Yeah. 5.3. We're gonna make it in one day. Hell yeah. So we just passed a sign for Ramery Park Campground, 3.2 kilometres, which means from that sign of 5.3, basically walk 2k. We just checked our time, we did that in about half an hour. That's awesome. So we could be finished. We're estimating about an hour for the last 3.2. Well, we're estimating less than an hour, but we'll give it an hour to be on the safe side. Sweet! Very proud of us.
I am too.
Yeah. We thought it was going to take us a day and a half, but we just gunned it. And yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And it's only, what time is it?
2:30.
2:30 in the afternoon. We started at 7:30.
Awesome.
That's awesome. That's 7 hours, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're almost there. Almost.
I hope we're almost there.
Yeah, we're kind of dying at the moment. We think we really did push it really far to get here in a day instead of the, what is it, estimated day and a half. But yeah, we are kind of feeling
We're
it.
on fire.
We're literally on fire.
Our body is on fire. Although we are on fire.
Yeah, we're also on fire.
Oh.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
This is so killing.
100 meters.
So exhausting.
100 meters. 19k. Smashed it. Far out. What time is it?
It's 3:18.
3:18. Made it. We made it. Oh my god, we're so excited to be here. Some people
Thrilled.
just greeted us by being like, oh, where have you guys come from? We're like, oh, Mount Nardi. And they're like, how far's that? We're like, 19k. And they're like, you did that all today?
They're
and we're
pretty
like,
impressed.
yeah. We're pretty impressed.
Yeah, we are.
I think we did push it. Like, it is recommended to do it over a day and a half. And I can see why, because we are wrecked now. But yeah, it was a lot of fun and I'm glad to relax now. Now we're going to set up camp here. We've got like,
It's beautiful.
we're going to set up camp there. We just literally
I feel like
just
I'm in
chucked our stuff
America
down.
or something with these pine trees.
Yeah, I feel like we're at a summer camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the pines. Yeah, they're pretty gorgeous.
Not that I've been to America, but
Yeah. Know what you mean. Anyway, we're going to relax now and get cleaned up a little. We have set up our tent. We have hydrolat. Oh my god, what's that in our tent?
oh my gosh, what is that?
What is that? Fuck. Alright, we're getting that out. Hold on. Oh, that feels so good. Ashley is currently trying to build a fire. How's it going, Ash?
Not good.
Not good?
This is round 2.
Round 2. We'll get there eventually. We think it's all a bit wet, like all the shrubs and stuff.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I did. Okay, so debrief time. We've just gotten home from the hike. I am exhausted. But in retrospect, it was a really successful day. Like, as you know, it was an estimated 1.5 day hike. We made it in 8 hours, and then camped overnight at Rummery Park. We didn't expect to get to Rummery Park until mid-morning or lunchtime today, but we got there yesterday afternoon, so that was a big plus. Yeah, probably a negative, I guess you could call it. It's not actually a negative, but we did push ourselves so hard to keep up the pace and to keep moving. We didn't have too many rest stops or anything, so we were incredibly tired and sore at the end of the day. So maybe that's why it's, 1.5, pace yourself a little better, you rest a bit more, and you get there in a little bit better condition. One thing I will say, if you're thinking of doing the Nightcap National Park Historic Trail, go for it, do it. It is so awesome. It is really, really cool. There's just one section that is really difficult. Oh, it's actually 2 sections, but it's got a small reprieve in between. But because it's only a small reprieve, it feels like one really long, hard section. So that is about here at Nightcap Bluff, just after you've been past the rocks. You'll hit a big zigzag up it's a really steep hill, and the trail is very thin, it's very overgrown. That part of the trail is not very well maintained, and that's because I was talking to a National Parks and Wildlife guide this morning, and he said that's one section of the track, pretty much the only section of the track that they can't really get to. And so it's not very well maintained. We found a lot of not quite trees down, but shrubbery and branches and stuff over the path. There was one stage where we just had to climb around this huge mound of shrubbery and hope that it was actually the trail in front of us, because we couldn't actually see. It didn't look anywhere else like it was the trail, but then again the trail was so thin at that point, we're like, well, we think this is the trail. So that was really tough, and it was also muddy, so it was quite slippery, and you're going to slip down this hill quite far. And then after that, I think it goes downhill for a small section before then just, where is it? After Nightcap Bluff, around there and down here to about there, it's quite a mild incline, but it's steady and it's very prolonged. So you're going uphill for a very long time. Probably that entire section, the very steep part and then the steady incline, that probably was about 2.5 hours, and it was 2.5 hours of pure hell for us. And you didn't see much of that because sweating and exhausted Marnie did not really want to whip out her camera and go, "Hi guys, it's going great," because it wasn't. And I was like, I do not want to keep doing this. Like, why did I choose to do this? But as soon as that section was done, And then when we got to our lunch stop, that was when things went back up again, and it was great. So apart from that 2.5 hours, that was really, really tough, physically and mentally exhausting, the rest of it was awesome. Like, we had so much fun. And we had so much fun camping out last night. We basically just crashed straight away. We never got that fire started, so we just crashed. Now I'm finally home. I'm really happy with how things have gone. So far I can see from my My Course page that today, like right now, Sunday afternoon, what time is it? It's Sunday 3:10 p.m. I think the last time I looked at my page, I raised $620 on my online fundraising campaign. That is open until the end of the week, so if you want, head over there and donate. I'm going to upload this video tomorrow on Monday. And yeah, I'm going to go take a shower now.